Hi everyone, welcome to my own personal library. I'm Madi Kay, this is my big chair, and today we are talking about my most anticipated new book releases for 2025. Don't forget, if you make it to the end of this video, make sure to leave a yellow heart in the comments, and also let me know what books you're excited to read in 2025. I will also be linking the link to this GoodReads new release list in my description down below, in case you want to add any of these books to your TBR list. Now, first off, on the top of our list here, we have Emily Henry's brand new book, Great Big Beautiful Life. Two writers compete for the chance to tell the larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple of plot twists up her sleeve in this dazzling and sweeping new novel from Emily Henry. Alice Scott is an eternal optimist still dreaming of her big writing break. Hayden Anderson is a Pulitzer Prize-winning human thundercloud, and they're both on balmy little Crescent Island for the same reason: to write the biography of a woman no one has seen in years, or at least to meet with the octogenarian. Octogenarian. Let me look this up real quick. Okay, so octogenarian means someone who's in their 80s. Okay, good. I'm glad I cleared that up. So this octogenarian who claims to be Margaret Ives. Is she not Margaret Ives? Who is this woman? Tragic heiress, former tabloid princess, and daughter of one of the most storied and scandalous families of the 20th century. All right, so already I'm getting a lot of beach read vibes. This has a very similar premise to her first story, Beach Read, where we have two writers who are competing in this bet to see who can get their new book signed on the fastest from their agent. When Margaret invites them for a 1-month trial period, after which she'll choose a person who will tell her story, there are 3 things keeping Alice's head in the game. 1, Alice genuinely likes people, which means people usually like Alice. And she has a whole month to win the legendary woman over. Okay. 2, she's ready for this job and the chance to impress her perennially unimpressed family with a serious publication. That's not grammatically correct. Then again, it could just be a format issue. Anyway, moving on. 3, Hayden Anderson, who should have no reason to be concerned about losing this book, is glowering at her and shaken to the core way that suggests he sees her as competition. So it's obviously going to be an enemies to lovers book. But the problem is, Margaret is only giving each of them pieces of her story, pieces they can't swap to put together because of the ironclad NDA and an inconvenient yearning pulsing between them every time they're in the same room. And it's becoming abundantly clear that their story, just like the tale Margaret's spinning, could be a mystery, tragedy, or love ballad depending on who's telling it. Okay, honestly, it's not a bad summary, despite the weird grammar errors in the middle of it. Maybe this is the Emily Henry book that actually wins me over. All right, so this is the one I'm really excited about. It is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. So this is going to be the second prequel in the Hunger Games series, and it's supposedly about Haymitch's story. All right, so let's get into it. When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? As the day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panem. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Haymitch Abernathy is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Haymitch's name is called, he can feel all of his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with 3 other District 12 tributes, a young friend who's nearly a sister to him, a compulsive odds maker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Haymitch understands he's been set up to fail, but there's something in him that wants to fight, and have that fight reverberate far beyond the deadly arena. Okay, so that sounds amazing. That sounds so good. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. So I really like this train that Suzanne Collins is going on with these Hunger Game prequels. Apparently, there's supposed to be a movie coming out pretty soon, which I'm excited for. Oh my god. R.F. Kuang has another book coming out this year. How did I not hear about this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So the cover hasn't been revealed yet, so that probably means that it's a later publication. It's called Catabasis? Catabasis. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Ugh, a nightmare. I hate it when I mispronounce words. So this book is Dante's Inferno meets Susanna Clarke's Piranesi, and this all-new dark academia fantasy from R.F. Kuang. I just don't feel like all the academia fantasy books I've read so far have really been winners. Who knows, maybe R.F. Kuang will sway me. So Alice Law, I'm guessing is the main character, has only ever had one goal: to become one of the brightest minds in the field of magic. She has sacrificed everything to make that a reality: her pride, her health, her love life, and most definitely her sanity. All to work with Professor Jacob Grimes at Cambridge, the greatest magician in the world. That is, until he dies in a magical accident, and that could possibly be her fault. Grimes is now in hell, and she's going in after him. because his recommendation could hold her very future and is now in corporeal hands, and even death is not going to stop the pursuit of her dreams. Nor will the fact that her rival, Peter Murdoch, has come to the very same conclusion. So they're going to hell to get a reference. Whatever you gotta do to get ahead in life. With nothing but the tales of Orpheus and Dante to guide them, enough chalk to draw the pentagrams necessary for their spells, and the burning desire to make all the academia trauma mean anything, is set off across hell to save a man they don't even like. But hell is not like the storybooks say, obviously. Magic isn't always the answer, and there's something in Alice and Peter's past that could forge them into the perfect allies. It sounds pretty good. I'll definitely put it on my TBR list. I'm just now realizing that I'm incredibly uninformed when it comes to all things books, because V.E. Schwab is also coming out with a book this year, and I did not know that. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. All right. Santo Domingo de la Casalda. I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that. Oh gosh, that was embarrassing. I apologize. I'm just going to say San Domingo. I'm sorry. 1532. In London, 1837. Okay. Boston, 2019. So this book takes place in 3 different centuries, time periods. That's cool. 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high, one grows deep, and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. Okay, I don't like it when summaries give too much away. And right now, I feel like I don't know anything. I'm definitely going to put this on my TBR list. I feel like I'm learning right along with you guys. This is actually really fun. Oh, dear God. I spoke too soon. Oh, no. Oh, I felt this one coming. I really did. Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Oh, boy. Full confession here, I did not like Fourth Wing. I did not like Iron Flame, or as I like to call it, Iron Flamp, because on the cover of Iron Flame, the bottom, the last line of the E is cut off. So it looks like instead of an E, it's an F. So that's why I call it Iron Flamp. I know I'm hilarious. It's such a good joke. Pat myself on the back for that one.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I honestly think it's like watching a train wreck. You just can't look away. You just have to see how this ends, because now you're like emotionally invested a little bit. I think that's also coupled a little bit with the sunk cost fallacy. Like, I've already dedicated a lot of my time to the series. I might as well just keep going until a better end. I'm definitely not looking forward to it, despite getting a good laugh out of it. I will say whoever's making these covers is doing an excellent job. The graphic designer, artiste, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's dive into the summary together and see what we're going to glean from this. The storm is coming. All right, Ned Stark, we get it. Winter is coming, whatever. Get ready to fly or die. And the breathtaking follow-up to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and the new #1 New York Times bestselling author Rebecca Yarros. After nearly 18 months at Basgiath, is that how you pronounce it? Basgiath War College? Anyway, moving on. Violet Sorrengail knows there's no more time for lessons. Not that she was learning anything to begin with, but okay. No more time for uncertainty, because the battle has truly begun. And with enemies closing in from outside their walls within their ranks, it's impossible to know who to trust. I feel like we've been over this. Don't trust the Wyverns. Don't trust Dane and his dad. I'm pretty sure that he died. I might need to brush up on the last book, because now I'm drawing a blank. I'm just like, what happened? Where are we? Who is this? What is your name? Tell me your story. Yeah, I feel like he did die. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This is what these books are doing to me. Now Violet must journey beyond the failing Eretion wards. Okay. To seek allies from unfamiliar lands, to stand with Vale. I don't know how to pronounce this country either. It's my fault, but I feel like I should know this because I listened to the audiobook and they literally say these words for you, and I cannot remember how to pronounce this country. All right. The triple tests every bit of her wit. Okay. Wit, sure. Luck is not luck, it's called main character syndrome, babe. And strength. Alright. But she will do anything to save what she loves. Even if it means keeping a secret so big could destroy everything. That's a good idea. Let's trust Violet, who can't keep a secret to save her life. Great. They need an army. Is that the secret? They need power, they need magic. Don't you guys already have that? And they need the only thing Violet can find, the truth. But a storm is coming. I guess we needed to hear that again. And not everyone can survive its wrath. You guys, there's another grammar error in this summary. There's no period at the end of this sentence. Why am I whispering? This entire summary is such a vague pile of nothing. It literally sounds like the summary for Iron Flamp. It feels like they're the same, and I haven't even read Onyx Storm. Also, if you guys needed an army, here's a small, teeny little tiny tip. Don't kill all of your new recruits. There's an idea. I already know I'm gonna hate it. Okay. Abby Jimenez, and this cover looks really cute. Again, I really like the covers of these books. I think they're stunning. Say You'll Remember Me. Okay, so it's based off of a Taylor Swift song. I'm not a Swiftie, I'm just a simple fan of her work, but I don't really like it when authors ride the coattails of another person's like fame. I don't mind referencing people in your books, but if you're writing a book for the sole purpose of trying to grab certain fans' attention through clout and boost up your ratings, I don't know, man, just write an original good story and just call it a day. Alright, let's see what this book's about. For the #1 New York Times bestselling author just for the summer comes a new, playful yet deeply emotional contemporary romance. There might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, of course. All the while cuddling a tiny kitten? Immediately, yes. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolute wrong thing. Really wrong. I wonder what he said. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong. Unless, of course, he can admit he made a mistake. Okay, so I'm curious to see if this is one of those miscommunication or misunderstanding tropes that a lot of rom-coms have just for the sake of plot, which is my pet peeve. I hate miscommunication tropes. It is the bane of my existence, besides forced proximity and enemies to lovers or fake dating tropes, which unfortunately make up most contemporary romance books nowadays. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, see, there you go, possibly the best in living history, oh good lord, Samantha is forced to admit the truth that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her. So they're already dating at this point? Am I reading the book right now? Why are you giving so much away? To remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as that may be. Only no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to forget that something between them. And the only thing better than one single perfect memory is to make a life and even a love worth remembering. Okay, so I just read the whole book. I hate it when summaries do that. Why give the whole thing away? I basically know how this is going to end. Because there's no way this is not ending in a happily ever after ending. That's insane. Okay, so Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. So Ali Hazelwood has gotten to that point where she just feels like she's just been copying the same book over and over because it was a formula that worked for her. But this book actually looks a little bit different. And I'm curious to see because she has been trying to break out that Ali Hazelwood mold a little bit. So let's read the summary. A competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in the steamy college romance from the New York Times bestselling author of The Love Hypothesis. We already have water puns. I'm guessing that's going to be a theme of the book as well. Scarlett Vandermeer. The main character's name is Scarlett Vandermeer. I hate this person already. Such a pretentious name. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm nitpicking here, but I cannot help it. Scarlett Vandermeer is swimming upstream. Get it? Because she's a swimmer. Great, off to a great start. A junior at Stanford with thousands of dollars in debt, and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving, Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. Wow, this girl has expensive taste. Okay, so Scarlett has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, all-around aquatics golden boy, Lucas Blomqvist? What is that last name? Did you just put a bunch of letters together and call it a day? I feel like this is a real name, but my idiot American brain is like losing its mind right now, which is a bit of hypocrisy for me because my last name is also very difficult for people to say. I'm gonna actually look it up and see, is that like a real last name? It can't be. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, it's Swedish. Okay, I'm an idiot. Swedish name for flower branch. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Leave it to Ali Hazelwood to make me look like an idiot. So Lucas thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records. Complete focus with every stroke. Okay, not too bad so far, except for the last names. I hate those. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common besides the fact that you both swim competitively. Until a well-guarded secret slips out and everything changes. So they start an arrangement. And as the pressure leading to the Olympics heats up, they're going to the Olympics? Oh! Where? Where are they going? Make it someplace fun. Okay. I like it. I'm sold on this story. I'm reading it regardless. I don't care if it's terrible. It was supposed to just be a temporary, mutually satisfying fling. Oh, so they're like casual hookup buddies. Okay. But when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. Get it? Because it's a book about swimmers. As someone who does not like Allie Hazelwood books, this book doesn't sound half bad. But we'll see, won't we? Alright. This book I'm actually really excited about is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it looks like another one of her fictional historical biopics. Another reason I'm really excited for this is because I love stories based in space. So I'm really excited to see what this one's going to be about. Let's read the summary. Joan Goodwin has been obsessed with the stars for as long as she can remember. Thoughtful and reserved, Joan is content with her life as a professor of physics and astronomy at Rice University, and is aunt to her precocious niece Frances. It is until she comes across an advertisement seeking the first women scientists to join NASA's space shuttle program. Suddenly, Joan burns to be one of the few people to go to space. Selected from a pool of thousands of applicants in the summer of 1980, Joan begins training at Houston's Johnson Space Center alongside an exceptional group of fellow candidates, Top Gun pilot Hank Redmond and scientist John Griffin, who are kind and easygoing even when the stakes are the highest. Mission specialist Lydia Danes, who has worked too hard to play nice. Warm-hearted Donna Fitzgerald, who is navigating her own secrets, and Vanessa Ford, the magnetic and mysterious aeronautical engineer who can fix any engine and fly any plane. As the new astronauts become unlikely friends and prepare for their first flights, Joan finds a passion and a love she never imagined. In this new light, Joan begins to question everything she thinks she knows about her place in the observable universe. Then in December of 1984, on mission STS-LR9, everything changes in an instant. Oh, is this based off of the one accident where the rocket exploded and it had that teacher inside? Oh no. It's gonna be a sad book, isn't it? If it's based off of that, I'm gonna cry. Oh, don't look at the comments. I feel like they spoil a lot. So these are most anticipated reads of 2025 so far. And now I'm just gonna scroll through and see if anything else really catches my eye. And then we can talk about it a little bit more. Alright, so, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. I do not like Grady Hendrix. Absolutely not. I will not be reading that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. So, if you guys have ever read A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, I would say one of my favorite reads of 2023. I love that book so much. It was so cute. The writing was really well done. So I'm really excited because this one feels like it has very similar vibes. I'm really excited to see it. The cover gives me very similar vibes, so I'm curious to see what this one's about. A whimsical and heartwarming novel about a witch who has a second chance to get her magical powers and her life back on track from the national best-selling... Okay, I already talked about that very long title. I'm not going to say it again. Sarah Swan used to be one of the most powerful witches in Britain. Then she resurrected her great aunt Jasmine from the very recently dead, lost most of her magic, befriended her semi-villainous talking fox, and was exiled from her guild. That sounds really cool so far. I like that. Now she, slightly reluctantly and just a bit grumpily, helps her aunt run an enchanted inn in Lancashire, where she deals with her quirky guest shenanigans, tries to keep said talking fox in check, and longs for the future that seems lost on her. But then she finds out that an old spell that could hold a key to restoring her power enter Luke Larson, who is an icy magical historian who arrives on a dark winter evening and might just know how to unlock the spell's secrets. Luke has absolutely no interest in getting involved in the madcap goings-on of the inn, and is definitely not about to let a certain bewitching innkeeper pass his walls, so no one is more surprised than he when he agrees to help Sarah with her spell. I love the tone of this summary. I love that it really captures the wit of the last book, and already I'm really looking forward to this book. This sounds amazing. So his icy heart is thawing. Running an inn, reclaiming lost magic, and staying one step ahead of the watchful guild is a lot for anyone. But Sarah Swan is about to discover that she doesn't have to do it alone, and that the weird, wonderful family she's made might be the best magic of all. Okay, so same themes and tropes from the last book, which again is not a bad thing. Some readers like reading the same book again, right? Because it gives you a sense of like control in your life. You feel like you know what to expect going in. There aren't going to be too many surprises. So I really do like that aspect of it. And yeah, I'm definitely putting that on my TBR for this year. That's awesome. I love it. Alright, so there's a new Emily Wilde book coming out. I haven't read that series yet, so I'm just going to skip it for now until I catch up. Okay, My Friends by Frederick Backman. I did not know that he was going to be writing another book this year. Oh. Looks like it's just a audiobook for now. 21 hours, 30 minutes. bit of a long one. Okay, so Frederick Backman returns with an unforgettably funny, deeply moving tale of 4 teenagers whose friendship creates a bond so powerful that it changes a stranger's life 25 years later. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I do have a lot to catch up with when it comes to Frederick Backman and his books, so I might shelve this one for now, but definitely looks interesting. Okay, so the 3rd book in the Legendborn series by Tracy Deonn is coming out. I haven't read the 2nd book, so I have to read that first for this one. Wow. A lot of sequels coming out. Ooh, Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. Okay. I read Ava Reed's book, A Study in Drowning, last year, and I found it to be incredibly boring. I don't know, maybe this one will be different. Oh, it says The Last of Us meets The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Ooh. Standalone dystopian romance about survival, sacrifice, and a love that risks everything. You know what? Maybe I will read it. That sounds really good, actually. Alright, Powerless de Throne. The Powerless Trilogy. Number 3. This is just Powerless in a different language. But I did hear that the 3rd Powerless book, Fearless, is coming out this year. I have not read the Powerless series yet, so I'll definitely be coming back to that one later. Love Haters by Catherine Center. Absolutely no way. I read The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, and oh my gosh, that book was not good. Oh, Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. Oh, okay. I like her just fine. I think she's a pretty good author. Okay, I'll definitely add that to my TBR list. Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. Oh, okay. I read Wrong Place, Wrong Time of hers last year, and I really liked it. So ML Rio, the author of If We Were Villains, is coming out with a new book called Hot Wax. Hot Wax, a nostalgic love letter to the 90s rock and roll scene. Hot Wax follows a band of rocker misfits, rivals, and trailblazers on the tour that could have catapulted them to superstardom if it all hadn't come crashing down. Interesting. Sounds like Daisy Jones and the Six a little bit. That's cool. I like that. I'll definitely be checking that out. I do those like almost famous rock star-y kind of stories. I do enjoy that. I like that the summary's short and sweet. Very nice. They do not mince words here. Interesting. The River Has Roots by Amal El Malter. Oh, is this the author of This Is How We Lose the Time War? Oh, I love that book. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that they were coming out with another one. Oh no, it's a book about Fae. Oh no. I hate fairy books. The Fae books, Cruel Prince or ACOTAR. Sorry for any ACOTAR fans, it's just not my thing. I just don't like it how this really interesting creature basically just turns into these puppet masters who just treat humans like they're little toys and give them date rape drugs all the time. It's not really my thing, I don't really like it, but I don't know. If it's coming from the author of This Is How You Lose a Time War, I'm sure that they have a really interesting way of looking at it, so maybe I'll check it out, but I don't know. Okay, Ava Reed is coming out with another book? Theory of Dreaming, Study in Drowning number 2. It's weird that they're coming out with 2 books at once in a year. I'll definitely not be reading that one. Sorry, Ava Reed. Your other one sounds cooler. Don't come for me. Okay. Accomplice to the Villain. The 3rd book in the Assistants to the Villain series is coming out. I haven't read that one yet, but I've heard mixed reviews about it. I'm definitely curious to try it. Ooh, Team Kingfisher. Hemlock and Silver is a dark reimagining of Snow White and steeped in poison, intrigue, and treason of the most magical kind. Oh, I'm definitely reading this book now. Absolutely, yes. That sounds so good. Nice. See, that's what I like about scrolling. Ooh, Ocean Vuong. Emperor of Gladness. I liked his book On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. That was such a good book. I love his writing style. He is such a good storyteller. And this book looks pretty good too. He returns with a big hard novel about chosen family, unexpected friendship, and the stories we tell ourselves in order to survive. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm definitely adding it to my TBR. Ooh, The Bewitching by Sylvia Morena Garcia is coming out. That looks really good. 3 women in 3 different eras encounter danger and witchcraft in this eerie, multi-generational horror saga from the author of Mexican Gothic. Oh, so it's wayward. It's a very big theme nowadays, which I don't mind. I love a good witchy book. Lots of fun books so far. I'm really excited for them. Oh no. There's more Dream Harbor books. Oh gosh, oh no, by Lori Gilmore. So for those of you who are familiar with the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Cinnamon Bun Cafe Bookstore, I don't care. And then the Christmas Tree Farm. So those are like very holiday, fall, seasonal based books. I mostly read these for the vibes last year, and they just, I don't know, by the 3rd one, it just started grating on me, and now she's coming out with another one. Wow, okay. Fall in Love with a Brand New Spring Romance. Okay, so it's set in spring. See, it's centered around a season. Set in Dream Harbor, so it's a small town that all these books take place in. They're like anthological love stories, but at the same time, you start to run out of seasons. Only so many people can move to Dream Harbor before it becomes a city just to find love. That's insane. As a renowned chef, single dad, Archer never planned on moving to a small town, let alone running a pancake restaurant. Of course, all these people are business owners. It's funny. But Dream Harbor needs a new chef, and Archer needs community to help raise his daughter, Olive. Okay, that's actually not that bad. You don't read a lot of books with single dad arcs, so this actually sounds interesting. Iris has never managed to hold down a job for more than a few months. Let me guess, she starts to work for him. So Mayor Kelly suggests Archer's looking for a nanny. Is this a nanny love story? You guys, no. This is like Housemaid all over again, but at least that one had murder. Oh gosh, okay. And Iris might be available, of course she is. She shudders at the thought. Why? I'm a nanny, too. It's not that bad. Promise. But in need of money, she reluctantly agrees. As Archer and Iris get used to their new roles, is it possible that they might have more in common than they first thought, or is Olive just determined to play matchmaker? The child is parent trapping her dad and nanny. Gross. Okay. Tropes. Oh, great. Spell it out for me, please. Single dad, which is fine. Forced proximity. Great. Slow burn. Found family. I actually like those. Slow burn and found family are two tropes that I really do enjoy. One bed. Is that the forced proximity, that they only have one bed in the whole house they have to sleep in together? Oh gosh, that is the laziest thing. Yeah, I think we're getting to the end of this list here. I'm not really seeing anything that really pops out at me, or any authors that look familiar, or any series that I'm reading currently. The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. Okay, I have too many books of his that I need to catch up on, so I'm not even gonna look at that one. Okay, I think we're reaching the end here. I got abducted by aliens and now I'm in a rom-com. Oh, I heard about this one where it's like I got drunk and married a demon or something. Yeah, that's cool. I'll definitely have to catch up on all the other books in that series before I read that one, but those sound genuinely funny. I do a really like long pithy title. Oh, absolutely not. There's no way. Oh my god. The 5th book of Dream Harbor is also coming out this year. Wait, when is it coming out? September 16th. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it when authors come out with 2 books in the same year, because it feels rushed to me. It feels like they're just pumping out these books. But I guess that's like the fast fashion industry that the publishing industry is now falling into, where you have to pump out all these books to keep up with the trends and the hype and keep readers interested. But the quality goes down. You just notice that the books just aren't as good anymore. And I don't like that. I don't like it when authors do that. But, oh gosh, okay. Oh no. Oh no, it's a wedding book. Oh no, I hate those. Alright, so Gingerbread Bakery. How many businesses does this small town in Dream Harbor have? Everyone in this town is a business owner. Let's get into it. From the international blah 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 blah, selling author, blah blah blah. Highly anticipated Dream Harbor romance for 2025. How is this highly anticipated? You have 2 coming out. Whatever. Anyway, a wedding in Dream Harbor can only mean one thing. Everyone wants to get involved, with Jeannie and Logan set to tie the knot. Okay, so I think this was a couple in the first book, Pumpkin Spice Latte, I think. I don't know. All these characters are starting to blend together. They're all basically the same. Kira, desperate to hire out her newly renovated barn at the Christmas Tree Farm. Okay, so Kira was the one at the Christmas Tree Farm, the book, and she was like the biggest Scrooge I've ever seen. It was awful. Everything seems to be going well. Annie has agreed to bake the cake, and Mac is responsible for just being Mac. And as the whole of Dream Harbor comes together to celebrate the wedding of the year, with the snow falling around them, can Annie and Mac put aside their dislike for each other long enough for the I do's, or that one request too far? Gingerbread Bakery is a cozy romantic novel with enemies to lovers. I hate that trope. I hate it. Dynamic and small town setting and a happily ever after guaranteed. Okay, the tropes. Enemies to lovers, which I already established that I do not like. Found family, small town, forced proximity. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be reading these books after the Christmas Tree Farm, but I don't know, we'll see. They're very easy, very quick reads, so I will say that if you're looking for books to help you reach your reading goal. Oh, Alex Astor's coming out with the book, Summer in the City. I guess she's done with Lightlark, the series. I still have to read those books. Oh my goodness, I'm so behind. Nita Prose, The Maid's Secret, Molly the Maid, number 3. See, there's so many sequels coming out. I haven't read the second one, so I'm definitely going to be skipping that one for now. Oh, Heartstopper, Volume 6 by Alice Oseman. Oh, that's so fun. I love the Heartstopper books. The 6th and final installment in the Heartstopper series. Aw. It had to come to an end sometime. You can't keep dragging these things out, but okay, I definitely will be adding that to my TBR. I'll always read a Heartstopper book. Those are really fun. Ah, of course. Stephen King's coming out with a new book, Never Flinch, Holly Gibney, number 4. Okay, I definitely will be reading that if I have to read 3 of the books before it. No. The Woman in Suite 11, Woman in Cabin 10 book. I hated that book so much. I read this for my book club, and I have to say it was one of the worst books I read last year. And there's a sequel. I don't want to read about this stupid woman again. I'm sorry. Okay, I think that we've explored all we needed to explore today when it comes to 2025 new releases. I'm actually really excited, you guys. This might not be a bad year when it comes to reading. I just have so many other books that I need to catch up on. Thank you for staying with me in that super chaotic read through of the 2025 new releases books. I'm so sorry that this video ran on so much longer than I originally intended to, but I was not aware of the books coming out this year. I am just as surprised as maybe some of you are watching this video. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year. I am convincing myself of this. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you made it to the end, make sure to leave a little yellow star down in the comments below. Let me know what books you're super excited to read in 2025. Were any of these a surprise to you as they were to me? Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new here, and as always, have a great day and keep reading.